Hello, welcome back. 4 battles this turn, nothing super interesting. We saw Muspelheim taking back that province they lost last turn. I can also see on the map, it looks like Peroni pushed on to Wellard. So I assume that's his god, but he could have more border with them up here, I suppose. We also saw Hinnon moving out, so he moved into listless lands here, and Dubros here. So nice to see he's back on the offensive against Sauron. And finally we had a battle in Katiz. So nothing too interesting, but you know. Might as well watch one of the battles. Bit of PD. Good to see our Sacred's having fun. So there we go. So Katiz now belongs to us. No 4, but there is 4 Death Gems and 2 Nature Gems here, which is nice. We're on 11 Nature Gems per turn, which is pretty good. Events then, Ashlands we got 4 Fire Gems, and then we got 2 Famines, one in Witch's Copse and one in Xeftia. So not great. Lost some scouts, so we got to see Sauron's remaining stack over in Valgard. And we got to see Ernie's stuff again, so just to remind you, it looks like this. Still in the middle, looks like usual stuff. Mind Blessing, a little bit of Body Ethereal. Seems to be about it. Well, this guy doesn't move forward now, okay. Maybe all the leaders are at the back, I'm not sure. Still under siege by Burgess. Cured a disease and bought Eurovacal. So he's over here. And that's it for messages. And this turn's going to be pretty brief, because the big movement is this. So, there's not much to say, but I will have to go into the script. First though, over here, got Katiz. Going to take Dumna now. That should finish off Katiz. And then we'll come down and break siege on Barrow as well. Can see some ghosts back on my border, but they are sieging Giant's Rest that we can see. So I assume they're still just at war with McConey and not going to double back and attack me. Fingers crossed. Not much else to say about our nation. Just bringing some stuff around in this area. Still recruiting the usual stuff in Machaka. Trying to get a guy over to Dead Forest next to put up a lab and a temple. And that just leaves this. So I'm going to attack into Trolland this turn. Kind of forced to war Marvoni because they just have an annoying tendency to dump giant stacks on our border, so have to do something about that. So here's the army. It's laid out like this. Most of our stuff is from the center up to the top of the screen. It leaves the bottom channel open for lions on attack rear and 11 fire elemental casters. So that's what will be coming out down the bottom. We have quite a few line warriors, 4 blocks of 20 each, so 80 line warriors. In front of them a few rhinos too. We've also got 75 Vetis, mercenaries, 75 ghouls, mercenaries, and 30 spears, mercenaries as well. A couple of Coonies, because why not? And a few blocks of random archers, one of which is mercenaries too. So units-wise, you know, quite a lot of stuff. Not all of it is very high quality. It's mostly just the line warriors that are high quality, and I guess the fire alleys as well, if we count those. The rest of it is just, you know, it's there to help out. What we do have though is a lot of spell casting, so yeah, all of the guys down at the bottom of the field here are on fire alley duty, and there's 11 of them. So basically all the mages you can see with fire gems are on fire alley duty. Except Yazrid. So they all have the same script, which is Phoenix Power, Summon Fire Alley, and then spells. And that's about it. Not really much use doing anything else. I assume that they will be out of fatigue at that point. But they can do what they want. Some other people are doing some different stuff, so we have some big, interesting mages and some Buddhas, so I'll select some of those. So, Earth Mages standing in the front doing Gifted Giant Strength on some people around here. We also have some Ignite Arrows going down on our Archers, and Yervakel is doing some Raised Skeletons. And the only other mage left to talk about are the Air Mages who are doing Air Alleys. So, all in all, not a very complicated script, just some fire alleys, some air alleys, and a few random buffs on our dudes. We do not have our prophet in this battle, so these guys are just doing blessings on everyone. Not super important to get our blessing down, but it does give us fire resistance, which will stop us taking fatigue damage if we stand next to our fire alleys, so it's nice if it does go down a bit. What are you doing, Yazrid? Also ignite arrows, okay. So that's the script. There isn't much to it. We'll just have to see how it goes. Now, I have been noticing that a lot of these provinces around here only have 1 point of PD. So Karnag, for instance, has 1 point of PD. It would be nice to take all of these provinces during the ritual phase to mean that this army has no retreat route if we win. And that would just kill everything here, because if you can't retreat anywhere, you just die. The problem is, one of the routes that it can retreat to is a castle. So I guess I could have tried to put that under siege as well. But I don't know. We would have had to spur some of our air mages. So our air mages can cast Call of the Winds, which attacks a province with a bunch of Black Hawks. Black Hawks are not very good. But if you only have 1 point of PD, it could take that. So I could send Black Hawks to Karnag. Two Spruce also only has 1 point of PD, but there's also a mage here, which might complicate things, I'm not sure. And Saren Forest has a bit more PD. And then, yeah, there's also the castle as well. So I'm not sure if it was worth trying to take all of these provinces in the ritual phase. It wouldn't have been completely straightforward. I probably would have had to divert some stuff. And I would have had to leave behind a lot of mages to be casting all the winds. So it's tough to say if it was worth trying to do it or not. But in the end, they opted not to. We'll just smash into this and we'll let the things split up and retreat. I think that's fine. It does mean we probably have to then immediately put this fort under siege next turn to trap everything inside it and get it torn down. How much siege strength do we have? 750? And what's this? 500. We might be able to smash that open immediately too. So that would be good. There's also an argument to be made about pushing straight in towards Malverne as well. But we'll see. For now though, that's the army, that's the script, and that's all that's really happening at the moment. Pretty much everyone is moving. I think research is... oh, it's better than I thought it was. So we might get to enchantment 4 pretty quickly. Maybe just a few turns. But let's see how this war goes. We'll make a start on it anyway. It is an awful lot of sacred. 115. We just have to hope that we do pretty well here. We do have a lot more mage support, but they're all just basically doing allies. I think the air allies might be pretty good. And the fire ally should definitely be pretty good. But we'll see. That's 1028 though, so I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. We had a battle in Trolland. Go check it out. So, Malverne is here. Moved a few more mages over. Not many though. So you can see a few Guttuators in the front here. Some more dudes over here. Stargazer, Guttuator. Bunch of dudes in the middle. This guy got flying carpeted over, it looks like. Go with some earth gems. Yeah, besides that, not much is different here. Still the same number of units and such. We have our very mercenary heavy army. All of our sacreds up here, lions in the back. Fire ally casters here. So the first units that get out are the air allies. These make significantly less impact than I thought they might. Basically just die instantly. Which, I mean... I'm kind of surprised, but I would have thought they'd survive a bit longer than that. Yeah. I think it probably would have been better to just leave the air mages behind doing all the wins, to be honest. Because those air allies make no impact at all. Get all our fire allies out there. I think maybe I should have pushed the mages forward a bit more. fire rallies end up a bit far behind compared to where I would like them to be. I'd like this to just be one line with this part fire rallies pushing around, but it doesn't quite go that way. Some of the lines get to do a little bit of attack career, but nothing gets quite to the commanders either. The fire rallies end up about here. Not really very good. Fortunately though, our own sacreds seem to hold up against the enemy line quite well. I was worried that when these guys get all their buffs, they might be quite lethal, but they tend to die very quickly is the thing. So you can see that we're getting queuing quite well at the top, and also getting queuing quite well at the bottom as well, although a bit slower. Very quickly kind of enveloping them though. The other thing is, these guys do berserk, don't they? So I was, thinking about cutting off retreat routes, but if units berserk, it doesn't really matter. Because they're not going to flee. So you have to actually retreat to make use of a retreat route. A few things managed to effectively attack rear, which blocks a little bit of escape. But there's too much of a gap for mages to escape, unfortunately. Still, units have been cleaned up quite well. A lot of these mages are asleep, too. So, could have gone better. Probably needed the fire mages to be much further forwards. But there's Trolland. So, we have killed basically all of his sacreds, which is pretty nice. That's 120 sacreds gone. 77 nobles as well. We also killed some mages too. So, we killed 4 Guttuators, 2 druids. It's not bad. What did it cost us? So, biggest losses were the ghouls. Not a big deal. And also 54 lions. Also not really a big deal. Some Veti, some spearmen, some Rhino clan. Also not really a big deal. The biggest loss is lion warriors. That's 25 of them. So about a quarter of our sacreds. But all in all, not bad. Kept all of our mages. I think that went okay. Certainly a much worse loss for him than it is for us. We did have much more mage force as well, but I don't know. I feel like I didn't really use the fire rallies very effectively anyway. Or the air rallies. The air rallies seemed useless. A bit of a shame. I mean, I guess air rallies are usually better when they're full-sized, but even so, those things just died immediately. Either way, there we go. Also took Dunmer, so that is the end of Katiz, so goodbye. An ironic dude in 2015. Mother Oak has ended. So this confused me a bit at first. I was looking through this battle for... I mean, I assumed we must have killed the Mother Oak caster, but no. Mother Oak now, in Dominion 6, it's... I guess, I don't know, it's a global enchantment, but it's centered on a single province, like a province enchantment. So because we took that province off Malverne, he lost Mother Oak. So that's also pretty good. Now you might be wondering, why on earth would Malverne cast Mother Oak here? It turns out it has a Chamber of Changes for a 20% alteration bonus, so makes sense. I guess that's why he was sitting here. He wanted to cast Mother Oak here and then fort it, so he needed to keep it safe. But, well, we didn't know that. Don't think it would have changed what I did anyway. You can't just have a giant stack set here. Barra still under siege from Bogus. Also starting to starve in Barra, which is kind of funny. Yeah, we don't have many supplies, suddenly. Yeah, and that's it for messages. So, okay, I'll start over here first since it's simpler again. First up, I'm going to go down from Dunmer now to Scatley. I could break siege this turn with a lot of stuff, but a handful of things. I think it's this guy. Yeah, the Pygmy Archers can't get all the way to Burr in one turn. And I'd rather just keep this army together in one piece, moving into Scatley together, because this is here. If this moves up, I want it to see this. Like, I want him to see it in this province. So that's the only real reason I'm doing that. So I'll move this down to here, and then next turn we'll break siege in Barra and get rid of Burgess. I'm also going to spend some of our death gems, might as well. I make 11 per turn now, which is quite good. I'm going to revive a Bane and 10 white, so I'll show those off next turn. It's a bit expensive, but we had a ton of death gems, so why not? And that's it for this region of the world, I think. We didn't see any Hinnom stuff this turn, but he took Fenneker off Sarah, so I guess he moved all this stuff there while he moved his other stuff over. Okay. Next up, we have some minor movements, moving a little leader over to pick up the Bone Tribe in Wickerwoods, and this guy is now heading up to Dead Forest to build a lab and a temple. And some more dudes are heading back to Machaka to pick up sacreds and things. Next steps, though, are going to be trying to take a bunch of territory over here. So we can see some white lines. These are our air mages casting Call of the Winds. I had to alchemize a few gems to do this 3 times, because it does cost 8 air gems. So I'm hitting these 3 provinces with Call of the Winds. The reason I'm doing these 3 provinces is I can see they only have 1 point of PD, so Call of the Wind should take those provinces pretty easily. I'm also going to send mercenaries into Karnag and Saran as well. So hopefully next turn we just have all 5 of these provinces. We only can move into Karnag though, so maybe he moves stuff there and we bounce off. I don't know. But in theory we'll just have 5 of Marvoni's provinces next month, if all goes well. Some of the units that retreated from Trolland will be here, but it's mostly just noble warriors and mages. And mages shouldn't just sit around. They probably retreat somewhere. So, Sauron gets attacked by mostly Yazrid, because he has the Imp contract and he spams Mindburn. But he's backed up by some spears and some archers. Should take this. I think it's 6 points of PD and some units, so we'll see how that goes. And Karnag just gets attacked by Urvikal. He's got 43 Betties left. These guys aren't bad because they're size 2, so 5 of them fit on a square. The problem is they only have 7 morale, so they'll start routing very, very quickly. But hopefully he can take that province anyway. It's similar, I think. There are some lizard shamans and stuff here, which is a bit odd. But it's also 1 officer and a few loyal henchmen, so I mean, it should be okay. And then, yeah, these 3 get hit by Blackhawks, so we'll check that out next turn. And the rest of my stuff and some reinforcements go to Acasta. We'll put that under siege and try and smash it open quickly. So mostly just sacreds. There's a few other miscellaneous units, but yeah, we're just in this block. We still have all of our mages with us, so mostly they just cast luck, because that's really the only useful thing we can do at the moment is cast luck, to be honest. So lots and lots of mages casting luck on our dudes. Some guy is blessing them. And that's about it. We do have the air mages as well. They are casting Gift of Flight, so maybe we'll have some flying sacreds as well. But that all moves to Acasta. We do not have enough siege strength anymore. 391 to knock this over in 1 turn. So we need at least 500 to have a shot at doing it. So we'll have to sit here for a turn, but then we can storm the turn after. And we probably just consistently outnumber Marvoni now. I don't think there's anything he can do to really fight us until he gets some magic online. So we'll have to look out for that, but otherwise, I think we're okay now. I think we can just kind of slowly swallow all this territory up, and that'll be that. We'll see, though. Always the possibility of an upset. Besides that, is there anything to say? I don't think so. There are a few mages just sat behind in Trolland, the dudes, because they are casting Call of the Winds. But this province isn't under threat yet, I don't think. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. I could script you differently, I suppose. Just in case. What's the PD here? It's only Bear Tribe. I guess it's fine. Yeah. I don't think it'll get attacked. Anything in the garrison? No. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. I do notice that I have a ton of gold left over. Maybe there's something I should be doing with that. Let's see. I don't really want to recruit Bear Tribe. Let's get some more units out of this fort that's right next to the combat, I suppose. Do elephants give good siege strength? No, 1.4. 2.3 for lions. 0.5 for Kooni. 1.4 for rhino. I'll start getting Rhino Clan out of this fort, why not? It's right next to the action, so pretty easy to reinforce. And I'm getting some lions out of this one. So rhinos and lions here. We're also going to pick up these Bone Tribe. That should be okay. And every turn we get, what, 9 more Sacreds? I think we're good. We're going to need that gold to put down the lab and the temple in Dead Forest anyway, so I'm sure it's fine. Anyway, that is turn 29, so far so good, I think. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.